team. His passing has really helped their cause.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Scola out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Raptors foul call.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist. But once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. Yeah. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You can see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
Raptors trailed by 11. Now, here's Joseph. D right on him. Out to DeRozan. Uncovered.
Good! DeRozan!
DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing. And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
The Raptors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Scola. There's just 2 DeRozan. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
3 from Gay. Another miss by Gay. Raptors trailed by 9. Up the floor. And Ross with the slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Outside, Bellinelli. And that one's good. Bellinelli's got 6 points.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And, Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Rudy Gay.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And it's Rondo penetrating.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Finished off the break. Rondo's got 6. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Kings?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
6 on the shot clock. And it's DeRozan missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And it's out of bounds.
Kings ball.
Last touch by DeRozan.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Collison. 7 points in the game. To the middle. It's tipped. And stolen by Biyombo. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings lead by 19. And we'll be back right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Allison runs the point with McLemore at the 2. Kufis out there with Quincy Acey. And it's Caspi in at the 3. Raptors trailed by 21. Here's Lowry. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Sacramento calls timeout.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball. The triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Terrence Ross.
And some changes here for the Raptors.
DeMar
Luis
DeRozan.
Scola. He's checked in for Biyombo. Ross comes in for James Johnson. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph. McLemore, the pass to Kufis. And the layup falls. And the
Assist
Kings
from
lead by 21.
Ben McLemore.
Well, getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard.
Good
That's
point,
why he's
yeah.
one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
Ben McLemore.
And the dunk by McLemore.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Out left to the wing. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Collison kicks to AC. Here's Kufis. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Elevates and powers in the one hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's DeRozan. True on the 14-footer.
DeRozan.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Here's Kufis.
Costa Kufis.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right,
Yeah,
Kevin?
that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
On that attack.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors trailed by 21. Three-pointer, Lowry. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Rondo against DeRozan. Screen by Scola. And Valanciunas
Jonas
penetrated.
Valanciunas.
Came hard off that pick and finished strong.
Luis Scola setting a really nice screen that time.
Rondo dishes to Cauley Stein. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Rondo with a nice dish.
And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Gay. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Here's...
Nasty! Oh,
How did he
nasty!
get?
That was nasty.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And as we get to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Rudy Gay. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. And Toronto making a change here. Then it's checked in. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. It's Gay with the drive. And that one is stuffed right through.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Lowry inside the line. And the Raptors miss again.
Raptors foul.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
That's his first
Yeah, heat
personal
check or
foul.
not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not
Costa
making that one.
Kufis. 2 shots.
And Kufis drops them both. And the Raptors with the ball. Bennett kicks to Powell. He dishes it to Ross. Good on the triple.
Terrence Ross for 3.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's AC. Lets it go from deep. He buries it.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was